Hi there, welcome back. This is Janet with Janet and Patches. And today we're going to be talking about what grips us all, fear. How much of your life is actually fear-based on your decisions and just who you are? You know, you're afraid of fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of being lonely, fearing of being fired, fear of not being able to pay the mortgage. I mean, look at it, fear of rejection, fear. We're so fear-based. If you'll stop and look and think about it, we are fear-based. And you know what? That causes us to be encapsulated by this 3D world. We're afraid of the government. We're afraid of wars. We're afraid of, taxes. We're afraid of that this party gets in, and we're all so fear-based. So where is the peace, the love, the joy that we're supposed to be rooted and grounded in? Because all of that fear-based stuff actually comes from this negative Nancy home. The stuff that we have been taught to believe is truth, that we have been taught since childhood. Don't do this or this will happen. Oh, this great one. Don't forget to wear clean underwear in case you're in an accident. Did you ever have that one? Yeah, we've had that one. So anyway, I want to make a point here. Now, I know I've got the sun kind of coming in here, but enjoy it. It's beautiful sunshine. And this is not supposed to be a professional video. This is me coming to you from the bottom of my heart, trying to help you love yourself and not to be fearful. And so deal with it, okay? It's truth. Are you a seeker of truth? This is the thing that counts. If you're a seeker of truth, a peacemaker, seeker of truth, then you know what? You will resonate with those teachers that exude that. You will be attracted to that. And there are some really good ones out there. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Please understand that a lot of this garbage that we have grown up to believe, if you don't get the right education, you'll never, mount up to anything. And, it's just, if you don't work hard, 48 hours a day, you'll never make it. This kind of stuff is not, it's a bunch of crap. It's not true. It's enslavement. And that's what this world and world system does, is that it enslaves you to who you're not. And that's why taking this decision to be on this bridge of decision, that this is not the life I want. This is what I want. This is who I am. And it's discovering who you are, that you are this fractal of God. You are a spiritual being. Spiritual beings are not encapsulated and not imprisoned, but they are because of their mindset, what you believe. What you believe is what you focus on. That's what you think is true. Some call it, consciousness. And that is so true. It's another word. It's what you are focused on, what you believe is what you will create more and more in your future. And right now, let me try this a little bit. And right now, it's like, you got to get out of this fear hole, this negative Nancy fear hole. This isn't working. And realize this is why we meditate, to slow down our thinking so that we can capture those lying negative thoughts that we have been programmed with. And what do we do once we go, wait a minute, I don't like the feel of that thought. I don't like that fear of not being able to pay my bills. I don't like that fear of losing my job. If I lose my job, I'll lose my home, I'll lose my car, et cetera, et cetera. This is how most America lives, because we are owned by the banks and the credit card companies. We're owned by the pharmaceutical companies. Hi, what more do you need? That's just pure evidence. This is not what God intended. This is man-made, and it's fear-based. I want you to realize that and to wake up to your life. And is it motivated? Is it rooted and grounded in unconditional love? No, just the opposite. It's fear-based. This is that negative Nancy domicile that we no longer are a part of, because we've made that decision that I am the I of the I am. And the more that you meditate on that I am, what am you? You have got to create from the dreams and the desires within. And the reason why most of us don't live in those dreams and desires that are within, which are God-given, is because we're so big. What if? It's negative, it's fear-based. It's based on, I'm not good enough. That's fear. I'm not pretty enough. That's fear. I'm too old. That's fear. That's limitation. There are no limitations to God, the universe, to love. It's only what we think. It is only what we perceive as to be. And it enslaves us. It enslaves us. Think about it. When you were a little kid, you could dream dreams, and you were going to be an astronaut, a ballerina. You're going to be a CEO. You're going to be a lawyer. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be this fantastic mechanic of this brand new car, this brand new engine. There are all kinds of things out there. You were going to be just this wonderful, the bestest loving, cuddly, nurturing mother. You were going to adopt children. There's so many things out there, and we're all so uniquely different. So dream those dreams. Don't let them just disappear because of fear. That's that monster called fear. Monsters Inc., and they were all imaginary monsters in the closet. Well, these monsters were, I guess, kind of nicer monsters, but that's what it is. Fear is nothing more than those monsters in the closet that we have given authority to. So stop, take a deep breath, sit back, and think about your life and what has been the motivation. Sometimes it's greed, Well, that's not such a good thing, because you're working by the flesh. The flesh is going to, and you're trampling on other people because of your greed, which is basically a fear of lack. Everything is, if it's fear-based, maybe that's not you. You are unconditionally loved. You are unconditional love. And that unconditional love is where we need to live our life from, knowing that no matter what it looks like out there, no matter if I lost my job, no matter what the doctors say, unconditional love, God has said something else. I am divine health. I am opulence. I always have more than enough. And you have to do this. Not just so it's a mantra and it goes in one ear and out the other. We're just saying words. No, we've gone over this before. Feel it. Feel what it is like to be, whew, let everything else go. As I am unconditionally loved. I am. And what is it that you want? I am a successful business person. I have a successful business. What does that feel like? What does that look like? That is what your focus needs to be. That is what you are conscious of. You are conscious of being the successful person. You are conscious of being this artist that paints not for the money necessarily, but you're painting because you're sharing something from within. You're pouring yourself and your talents out because of love, because you're trying to express something in life. So at that, I love you, and I hope that this is a little bit of a wake-up call to what your motivation and what is going on in your life, so that you can stop it and you can change it, because nothing is impossible with God. Believe me, nothing is impossible with God. Nothing is impossible with you. It's not by might, it's not by power, but it's by my spirit. That spirit that is in you, that spirit of God that is alive and is telling you that nothing is impossible and that you are unconditionally loved. And that, my dear friends, I want to tell you I love you and I'm proud of you. Keep on going on. I know it's not easy to change from living from here, changing your mindset, changing your vocabulary, changing, who you think you were, this failure, loneliness, and, can't have healthy relationships. All of that, that's garbage. That no longer exists, because you're learning to live now, just right now, in that love and that joy and that peace. It takes discipline. Nobody can do it for you. You are the ones that are learning to walk in the Spirit and by the Spirit. And today, there are so many wonderful masters and teachers out there. There is no excuse. It's out there. So if I'm not able to be an encouragement to you and help you know that you are unconditionally loved, find somebody that helps you know that you are unconditionally loved and that nothing is impossible, because you are that fractal of God. You are that I of the I am. So until tomorrow, I love you. You can do this. We're doing it together. Bye-bye.